Welcome back to Worlds 2025 and welcome Elyoya to the desk for our Verizon post-game interview. Felicidades!
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
How do you feel after this one? 3 games.
I mean, I obviously right now feel good. I feel relieved because we have one more chance, and more than anything, this means that we have at the very minimum 3 more days to practice to get things going. Because I think with our actual level right now, we are not gonna make it. Honestly, our objective is to win Worlds. So being honest, right now we don't really have the level. But I also know that we are the fastest team at learning. So if we use these 3 days well, I think we're gonna continue ramping up, and we will be a really scary team.
Fantastic.
How has practice been going compared to like the stage games? Do you feel like you underperformed relative to practice, or has practice been a bit tough too?
It's a tricky question. I think we've had a bit of both. I think what we showed in the G2 game usually doesn't happen in practice. Well, actually, it sometimes does too. So I think it really depends. I think we have some games that we get things going, and we seem like a really scary team in which we still struggled in attack and sequence, as we could see in the official games.
Yeah.
So that was a really good reminder for us we need to work harder on this during practice, and it's something that we've done. But I think it's somehow similar, yeah. I think the game 2 of today, I haven't seen this much in practice, thank God. So, yeah, I think it was more of a castle in Jojo Pion, you know. Sometimes he demands it, and it's the tax you need to pay for having a player like him.
Yeah, get it out of the way. It's fine, just not again.
Actually, kind of expanding on it, because you guys, it's so fun to watch your drafts. Obviously, sometimes it could be difficult, but you get the Cassidy game, and then at the end of it, you already see Supa on stage. The Vayne game, apparently it's his first Tier 1 Vayne game. What's the process of being able to pick something like it? Is this something that on stage, he just sees the angle?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, sometimes there is the case that we practice certain champions. Today was not the case. We haven't practiced in either Kassadin or Vayne.
Oh, wow.
So we just pulled them because they were good angles, or we thought that they were really strong. Still, Supa is really good on Vayne, and cannot say the same for Jojo Pion, but he tried on Kassadin, so yeah.
I know that historically, you're a team that trust each other so much. Again, I remember in the LEC, you could just like play champions that you haven't played in scrims and haven't practiced, but I also know that on the other side, Melzit, he's gonna tell you guys to just stop the issue, stop the problems, and just play something that actually has been planned. How do you know when to improvise or to actually go with something that has been practiced?
I mean, luckily it's not up to me, because again, when actually happened something really fun in the second draft. Like Jojo Pion was like, you can pick me either Galio or Kassadin, I don't care. He gave the decision to Alvaro. And Alvaro, in the last second, he had Galio, so he was like, I have no time for Kassadin. To which I smiled. I was like, nice. We are going to have the good champion. And then he could type it as fast. So it really depends. Usually the players have the choice. Sometimes if he sees it really clear, he's going to ask you. And if you have the confidence to pull it out, he trusts you. And yeah, we pull it.
I like the word confidence, because the way you guys lost the first 2 games and how quick Swiss can be, a lot of teams, it's easy to lose confidence like that. But obviously, you had your first interview with G-Sun earlier, and you looked like you still had confidence in being able to know what the game plan was. How does it feel coming out of those games with the early lead that you had versus KT and G2? And what's the process in which you kind of keep that confidence and focus going into today's games?
I think it's one of the hardest tasks to do at Worlds, because you need to process a lot of information in a really short period of time, in which if you don't adapt, you die.
Yeah.
So we really believed that what we were doing was good, that we had some minor adjustments we had to do, but the path in which we were working was good. Problem is, when these things don't really work out in official games, then it gets to your head. It's hard to maintain to that plan when things are not going as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a really long talk in which we really believe in the process that we are doing. We believe that right now we are in the good track, and as long as we can learn as fast as we can and we can fix some things, again, we're going to be a really scary team. Is what we were saying. We were close of beating KT. We had 3 trades. We were in a really winning spot.
Yeah.
And then we just threw it. So we can be a really strong team. We can also be game 2 into Fnatic, so.
I mean, just even looking at that goal graph, both game 1 and game 3, you guys were able to easily keep that goal graph. It seems like, at least from those conversations, you guys, it's working to be able to keep the lead. So that's been awesome to see.
Closing thoughts, Elyoya. You made Worlds every year since you joined the league. That's something that we've discussed in the LEC. How different does this run feel so far for you?
Really different.
Yeah.
I mean, we feel like we can beat any team. We believe it's honestly, it's on us. Like, if we show up on a good day and we do things like we know, we coordinate, we play tempo well, we do all of these things, we can beat any team. But at the same time, there is other moments which, for mental, attitude, ego, we don't really know the reason still, but we've shown really poor performances. But I mean, we're really confident this run. I think we can beat anyone. It's honestly on us, and we know it's just a matter of time that we will win Worlds.
Yeah, you're all perfectionists, and something is sure, you said it yourself, you're always going to put in the work. So looking forward to seeing you guys again next week. And enjoy some time off with your parents, I hope. So that they're here. Thank you so much for joining us today. And congrats on taking this one. Now, we're going to take over for the next matchup. It's going to be VKS versus PSG. And here, guys, what can we expect? Because it feels like usually the toughest soldiers get the toughest battles, and it feels like it's been the run for PSG so far.
Yeah, I feel like for me, PSG have had a really rough time in terms of their schedule, but despite that, have shown some strong performances. Particularly, I feel like they've had early starts. Cars has been trying to find a lot of early momentum up against the likes of, HLE and Gen.G. Tough teams to have drawn. And still trying to make some action happen, trying to make some life happen. And it did peter out towards the later points of the game, but that early momentum, that early life is always what you want to see when you're in a bit of an underdog matchup.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating taking a look at that. Gen.G, HLE, like, what the hell is this? Please, the luck of the draw going our way. And so having Karsa basically even poke fun at it, saying, both Ming and JJ, please, what are you guys doing? Get a better touch on it.
Justified. Justified, honestly. Justified crash out.
Yeah, I mean, that would be madder too.
As much as I agree on the fact that they had a really tough schedule, they showed a lot of signs of life here. What do we think of PSG so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun because in both games, at the 20-minute mark, they've been ahead of kills, obviously behind in gold, but that just means that they've been really proactive. Not only have Karsa been looking topside for ganks in the first game that they had versus HLE, but against, or at least versus Gen.G, but versus HLE, like we got to see the pick that he had, and then he was constantly looking for invades again and again. So it seems like they're very proactive trying to find angles.
Something that we're going to be looking at here is the mid lane. It is our featured matchup presented by Mercedes-Benz. Maple versus Mirror.
In today's featured matchup,